Thank you for coming back to the Tony Montana channel. In this channel, today we are going to talk about the good old what is your merit? Tell me about your merit. What are your merits? This is kind of like a response that I'm listening and I'm watching it evolve in the online for people that don't want to answer or acknowledge logic. So rather than explaining things, rather than have answers for things that do not have logic, um, just say, hold on. Before you even tell me anything, I don't want to hear it unless you tell me the merit of the person saying it first. Like, you know, like if the person doesn't have, you know, any related merit, actual or like activity, that means that whatever they have, no matter, regardless of how honest and factual and logical it is, it doesn't matter that it isn't true because they don't have logic. So here's for people that are still not seeing it. I'm going to try to break it down further. Um, how stupid the thing is, how dumb it is to actually basically say, hey, what's your merit? And if you don't have merits, if you don't, then whatever you can say about it doesn't matter. Here's some examples. Here's an example of how stupid dumb it is. For people that do know about MMA, you know a person by the name of Ariel Hawani. Ariel Hawani has had his own show, MMA show, for many years, and he has uh, grown into basically being on TV, speaking about MMA, speaking of his perspective on the sport. And you know what? Everybody regards him as one of the best, if not the best, doing it. And in fact, they've had shown that respect and that admiration by giving him, I think he's won like 6 or 7 times some sort of year award, a reporter, MMA reporter award, or some sort of something high, the highest, basically the highest award that an MMA reporter can get, he received. Now, why is this? How is this related to what I'm talking about? What's your merit? Well, this guy has never never boxed, never MMA. Really, he's never. If you see him, you understand that the guy isn't a type A person. Not well. In other things, he may be type A, but in physical activity, he is not an alpha in the physical activity type. He's more of a beta. Okay, not to disrespect Ariel Juani, since he is a great guy. I've listened to him, the MMA hour. I listened to that for a long time until he went to ESPN. After that, I lost track. But he did great. He's a great guy, great insight. But he does not have merit in the sport in terms of what did he do. He's never been in a match. I don't think he ever been to an MMA school or gym. Um, Never grappled, as far as I know. Nobody. He's not the physical type. And in that regard, there's many other sports commentators in boxing that never lace their boxing gloves. Yet they're good at what they do. They see that insight. They have the logic. They have the perspective that makes the sport or makes that so much more watching, better watching. So again, even though don't have merits the way one person wants, it doesn't mean they don't have merits at all. Okay, um, Chico Lopez is the one that really seems like some other people are now afraid of saying his name or nah, man. He's a Chihuahua. Really, Chihuahua. He's a Chihuahua trying to make sound with a big chain. But it's a Chihuahua just the same. You know. So Chico Lopez is the one that really, I remember him always saying, "Oh, to ask that guy if he talks about this and that. Ask him before you hear him." What's his merit? If he doesn't have any, if he can't tell you merits about the dogs, then don't listen to him. It makes no sense. Of course, man. People that are small minded, they will follow that and don't not think for themselves. And this is what Chico Lopez wants. He wants people that don't think for themselves, that are easily persuaded. He's looking for betas. You know, he called them eagle. No, it's not. They're probably beagles, but not eagles. Okay, so these people are basically when Chico talks So they're probably beagles. What you meant to say, Chico Lopez? That you're looking that people that buy your dogs are beagles. Um, but there's different type of levels of marriage as well. There's marriage tell it of fantasy. There's uh, marriage of stories of internet stories that got famous. There's hearsay here, blah blah blah. That goes, and then you have to. There's different levels. So even within that level, like the hearsay, it will depend on who did you hear it from. It won't be just like hearsay because if you hear it from this guy, the same guy saying, "I did this. I'm I'm the goat because of this." If nobody else is saying it, no one else, you need to put that as a flag. If you know if the guy is telling you stories that you can verify, how valuable are those merits? Now you have people that can verify merit. Like I can verify my merits in real life. I could it easily, easy. It wouldn't take too much. But for other people, they can that's create merit, and only again the beagles will follow that and make that noise to make it so to make it real, but it's not. So what are your merits, people? Are you a good person? That's a real good merit. Do you not lie? That's even better because it's much harder. Do you do the right thing most of the time? That's also a merit because most people don't do it at all, or do it when other people are not looking. You know, they do wrong things when they're not looking. Rather, make sure. So merit is really also part of a perspective. What's the perspective? What do you value as a merit? Do you value like stories, fantasy stories? If I said, I have 15 champions, I had 15 champions, I've had, this is, I'm just saying as an example. Don't take this shit and just record it somewhere and saying, oh, look what he's admitting to saying. No, this is just an assumption. I could be saying this. So don't take it out of context. This is out of context. If you take it just this other part. So I could have said or could be saying, oh, I have champions, many champions, and very grand champions. I have RM dogs and POR dogs, and in many countries I've been dog person of the year. Me, and I could go and take pictures in other countries with my dog, in a statue or with or make a small video with a person speaking another language. And I mean, how much value do you see in that? You know, it's all part of the messing with your head part. So when they ask you what's your merit, or when they respond, so what's your merit before, I don't want to answer this, but what's your merit before I answer this, or what are you, the nano brain isn't able to respond, so or doesn't want to respond, so rather he goes on a defensive. This is defensive. This is like, like like this defensive strategy, like a girl. These are defensive strategies that Chico Lopez and other people are doing. So anyway, I think I'm done with this conversation. So what is your merit, or what are your merits? Because that is really a very complex question and answer. So until next time, what are your merits? Be a good person and you have great merits.